Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Jonathan. We're going to be going through Unit 3, Lesson 3, Comparing and Ordering Integers. So to start with today, we're going to take a look at how we compare integers. So to compare integers, you can compare the signs as well as the magnitude. Or size of the numbers. Now, magnitude is how large the numbers necessarily are, or their distance from zero. It's very similar to absolute value. Greater numbers are graphed farther to the right. I'll give you a quick minute to make sure that you have that into your notes, and I'm going to move on down below. Now, there's a couple different ways that we can compare and order integers. As we talked about before, we can either work with the signs or the magnitude. Okay, so let's take a look at comparing the signs. If we take a look on my horizontal number line, I have -3 and +2. So positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. So in this case, 2 is greater than -3. Okay, when we write this, you always have to remember that the gator's mouth always goes towards the larger number. I always like to draw teeth in mine. Okay, so gator's mouth always goes to the larger number. Now if we take a look, if we compare the position on their number line or the magnitude of the numbers, we take a look and see. Since -2 right here is further to the right than -3, -2 is larger than -3. Either do that or draw Pac-Man. Okay? So in this case, -2 is greater than -3. Now, I want you to take a look and try to compare 12 and -4 using our inequalities, greater than, less than, or equal to, by plotting on a number line. Use the methods from example 1 or example 2 to justify your answer. And remember, justify is to explain your answer and kind of tell me why. Okay, so really quickly, pause the video, go through these two problems, come back to it, and we'll work through both of them. So if we look, the two numbers that we have are 12 and -4. And so with that, we have to go through and determine which one is larger. If we use our comparing of our signs, we know that 12, since it's positive, is greater than -4. Okay? If we take a look on a number line, I have 0 right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so I have -4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is all the way over here on the right. So I know that that is automatically much larger of a number because 12 is much further right on the number line, as well as a positive number is always greater than a negative number. Now our second one, where we compare -5 and -1 using greater than, less than, or equal to by plotting on a number line, we're going to have to use that plotting on a number line because both of the signs are the same. We have -5 and -1. So if I make my number line, and since both of my numbers are negative, I can put 0 all the way over here on this side and just go -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. I place my integers on my number line. I have -1 here, -5 here. Because -1 is further on the right, I know that -1 is greater than -5. If you don't like using the Pac-Man, here's how it would normally look. Okay? So take a look, pause, take a look at that, and determine that you got these two answers correct and that you can justify your answer so that you've explained your answer as we're going through. Taking a look at the top of your next note page, ordering. So we're going to use this number line to help us order these four integers. So first we have to graph them within our number line. We have -9 right here, +5 right here, -3 right here, and 0 right here. So now in order to order them from least to greatest or smallest to largest, we just look from left to right. Ooh, I know how to spell right. There we go. So we're going to work with -9 being my smallest, -3, 0, and then 5. And there I have it from smallest to largest. Now I want you to go ahead and try that one on your own. Use that number line. So just go ahead and draw those both in right away. And work with it from there. So go ahead, pause the video right now, hit that pause button, and go through and complete these two problems. Now, I have numbers that are positive and negative, but my 7 is my largest number here, so I'm going to move that 0 all the way down over here. I go -1, -2, -3, put in my integers. Then +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to place those numbers on that number line. So I have 0 here, -3, -2, 1, and 7. So if I go from left to right, because numbers on the right of the number line are greater, my order from least to greatest is -3, -2, 1, and then 7. So those are the numbers that I have within the number line that are from smallest to largest. Now as I'm taking a look at the second question, I'm going through here and I have -9 and +9. So I know my number line is going to be about equal. So I'm going to put 0 here in the middle, or close to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -9. And so on and so forth. Sorry if you can't read my handwriting, it's a little bit small. Whew. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit easier to read. So I have -9, -8, -1 right here. Sorry, ignore that. 2 and 9. So once again, because we go from order from smallest to largest from left to right, I'm looking at -9 being my smallest number, -8 being my next, -1, 2, then 9. Okay. Ooh, you can't even see that. Make sure that you go through and fill in your WSQ over this information. Take your time, review the video if you need to, in order to get it right. If you have questions, remember to make sure you ask your teacher.